You know the relationship is damaging. Your friends have told you. You've told yourself. You've left before, maybe multiple times, and you always go back. Not because you're weak, not because you love pain, because your brain has been systematically conditioned by a behavioral pattern that operates below the level of conscious choice. What you're experiencing has a name, a neurological mechanism, and a specific origin, and understanding it changes everything. The same psychological mechanism that makes slot machines the most addictive form of gambling is running inside your relationship. It's not metaphorical. It's the same neurochemical process, the same reward schedule, the same behavioral trap, just wearing a different face. Casinos spent decades perfecting this mechanism because it produces behavior that is compulsive, persistent, and deeply resistant to rational override. And certain people in your life are deploying it, consciously or not, with devastating precision. Here's the pattern: warmth, affection, intimacy, then sudden withdrawal, coldness, cruelty, silence, then warmth again. You never know which version of them will show up. You spend your energy trying to predict, prevent, and manage the transitions. You walk on eggshells during the cold phase. You grasp for the warmth during the hot phase. And somewhere in that oscillation, the relationship becomes the only thing your nervous system is organized around. That's by design. This is the point most people miss. Intermittent reinforcement doesn't have to be intentional to be devastating. Some people deploy it strategically. Others simply never learn to regulate their own emotional availability. Either way, the effect on the target is identical. Your brain does not care whether the inconsistency was calculated or chaotic. It responds the same way to unpredictable warmth, with an obsessive drive to pursue it. You were not weak. You were conditioned. There is a significant difference. Intermittent reinforcement is a reward schedule in which positive responses are delivered unpredictably rather than consistently. The term comes from behavioral psychology, specifically from the work of B.F. Skinner in the 1940s and 1950s. Skinner was studying how reward schedules shape behavior in animals, and what he found overturned assumptions about how learning and motivation actually work. The most persistent, compulsive behavior was not produced by consistent rewards. It was produced by unpredictable ones. The implications for human relationships are profound. Skinner placed rats and pigeons in controlled environments with levers that dispensed food pellets. He varied the schedule of reward delivery, sometimes consistent, sometimes random, and measured how persistently subjects pressed the lever. The variable ratio schedule, random reward, produced behavior that was both the most intense and the most resistant to extinction. Even when rewards stopped entirely, subjects continued pressing the lever far longer than those conditioned on consistent schedules. They had learned to need the uncertainty. That learning is not easily unlearned.